Alright guys, today I wanted to make a video about, is Sir Alex Ferguson the greatest manager of all time? So I personally think he is, because 13 league titles for a start in this era of football, like, I know he's been gone for 8 years now, but not gone, but he's retired for 8 years. But in this era of football, 13 league titles in 26 or 27 years, so one every other season, is incredible for a manager. And just like the longevity that he did have, it was incredible. Two Champions Leagues, and yeah, that's again brilliant. Maybe not his most impressive stat. Two Champions Leagues in 20 over 20 years isn't the most incredible stat ever, but 13 league titles is ridiculous. But the reason I think he is the greatest manager of all time is because of the amount of times well, first of all, if you're manager of a team for over 20 years, you're not going to have the same team throughout. So it's the fact that he never really went through a period of more than 3 years where he didn't win anything. So, like, throughout all that time, he managed to keep refreshing the squad without it like having a negative impact on how the team was performing. So, to start off with, his first really great side was Mark Hughes, Eric Cantona, Paul Ince, and many others, Steve Bruce and Peter Schmeichel in goal. And then, as that side sort of split up, he managed to bring through an incredible group of youth players: Paul Scholes, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, Gary Neville. They're the main four. There is a few others: Phil Neville, Nicky Butt, and managed to bring them into the team and make them all brilliant players. Obviously, they're known as the class of '92 now. And he managed to build another great side that won the 1999 Champions League final against Bayern Munich. So also he brought in players like Roy Keane as well, Andy Cole, Dwight York. And so that was a brilliant achievement to replace the first team. And not only did he do that, he managed to do it again. So obviously United had a bit of a transitional period in the mid 2000s, but then at the end of the 2000, like from 2006 to 2009, once again pretty much from 2006 to when he left, I guess. Again, the starting 11 drastically changed. There was Ruud van Nistelrooy was brought in for a period, but then he left for Real Madrid, I think. And then players like Cristiano Ronaldo brought in, Wayne Rooney, Carlos Tevez, Dimitar Berbatov, Michael Carrick as a replacement for Roy Keane. Who else? Nemanja Vidic, Rio Ferdinand, Patrice Evra. The fact that he managed to build a great squad 3 times, it is amazing. All at the same club as well, and not make any huge mistakes, and also not spend ridiculous amounts of money. Okay, there were a few signings that were massive fees at the time. I think Rio Ferdinand was 30 million. I think that was a record at the time. Wayne Rooney, 30 million. Who else was big money? There weren't many big money signings. It is another thing. But once Cristiano Ronaldo left, you could see that for the final few years there was a bit of a decrease in how good the team was in the final few years of his time in charge. But still, in that final season, managed to still win the league. Brought in Robin van Persie and Shinji Kagawa, who managed to do a great job under him that season. But then when the team got passed on to David Moyes, it didn't work out as well. I think one of the only criticisms you can make for Sir Alex Ferguson was that he didn't, in his final few years at the club, plan for the future enough, because it was a very ageing squad, the one that he left. It had a lot of players who were nearing 30, if not 30 already, and he did obviously make the mistake in selling Paul Pogba or letting him go on a free transfer. So he did make mistakes throughout his time at Man United, but I mean, you expect that, obviously. But yeah, for me, he is the greatest football manager of all time. I think the only names you can really put that come close to him are, I would say, Sachi for what he did at AC Milan, Johan Cruyff for like the way that he inspired what or like created what's happened, like for, I don't know how to put it into words, but like had a massive influence on modern football, Johan Cruyff. Bob Paisley, I think you could also put on in that bracket. Pep Guardiola more recently as well. But yeah, for me, Sir Alex Ferguson is the best of the lot. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.